Welcome to Muffed, a fantasy goldmine of a year. Muffed! Josh Allen finished 2025 as the #1 quarterback in total PPR scoring and in PPR per game back-to-back seasons atop the position, carrying a roster that frankly looked like a .500 team without him. The receiving core was one of the league's weakest, forcing in-season pickups of Brandon Cooks and Gabe Davis. His most trusted target, Dalton Kincaid, missed 4 of the last 8 games. The defense leaked rushing yards at the 4th worst clip in football. Allen's answer? He became the only player in the NFL with 3,000 plus passing yards and 500 plus rushing yards, 14 rushing touchdowns, 25 through the air, 39 total scores. A 5th MVP finalist nod followed, and even though he finished a distant 3rd in voting, his fantasy managers got the magnum opus year. Now let's dig into the numbers, because that #1 ranking is built on a very specific engine. Allen averaged 22.8 PPR per game across 16 games. And the rushing piece is what separates him from every other quarterback on the planet. 579 rushing yards on 112 carries, with 14 rushing scores adding plus 38.8 rushing expected points added on top of his plus 71.3 passing expected points added. As a passer, he was efficient without being reckless. 69% completion percentage over expected of plus 2.9, an aggressiveness rate just under 12%, and an average time to throw of 2.88 seconds. Patient, accurate, picking spots, and this was a high floor profile with real ceiling spikes, not boom or bust. He cleared 19 PPR in 11 of 16 games, hit the 37 plus stratosphere 3 times. Week 1 against Baltimore, week 11 against Tampa Bay, week 14 against Cincinnati, and even his ugliest outings, the 8.1 against Houston and the 6.9 at Cleveland, came in games where the rushing equity kept him from cratering. 2 single-digit weeks out of 16 against a position-leading per-game average. That's a true weekly anchor. The play that captures the season came in week 14 against the Bengals. 4th quarter, Buffalo down 28-18, 2nd and 10 from the Cincinnati 40. Allen pulled it down, took off left, and ran 40 yards untouched for the touchdown, plus 4.26 expected points added on a single scramble. That's the entire fantasy thesis in one snap. When the structure breaks, when the receivers can't separate, when the defense needs bailing out, Allen's legs become the offense. 14 rushing scores isn't a fluke, it's the design. That's why he smashed as the #1 quarterback again. Muffed! Allen was the #1 fantasy quarterback in both total and per game scoring on the strength of a rushing floor nobody else at the position can replicate. 14 rushing touchdowns did a lot of heavy lifting. The nit in the data, 10 interceptions against 25 passing touchdowns, and a passing grade that ranked 9th at the position, not 1st. The pure passing efficiency slipped from his MVP year, and the turnovers showed up in the Denver playoff exit where he committed 4 of Buffalo's 5. That's Josh Allen's 2025. One quick note, if you want this same treatment for every player on your fantasy roster every week, head to muff.ai and we'll build you a custom weekly show. That's the wrap.